let's talk about how often should a 50-year-old man or older lift weights within 1 week. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is 𝙒𝘾𝙃𝙏. I've been a fitness trainer and gym owner for over 30 years. I've helped thousands of people just like you lose weight and get into fantastic shape. Okay, let's talk about how often should you be lifting weights. Like, first of all, you have to know where you're coming from. If you're looking to be, if you're 50 years old and you want to compete in like the 50 and over, like Mr. Olympia, that's a different story. I'm talking about the general 50-year-old guy. I'm 58 and I have been lifting weights for like 40 years. If you're the typical 50-year-old guy, you want to increase your muscle mass, you want a nice, lean, strong, fit body. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym or at home, and you don't have to work out with weights every single day. I think ideally, 2 full body workouts per week is just ideal, like a Monday and a Thursday. You know, you're working relatively hard, you're not killing yourself, and you do 2 full body workouts. And this is the key. You want to cycle your intensity. This is what I mean by that. 80% of the time, especially when you're 50 or older, when you're lifting weights, you should be not killing yourself. You shouldn't be training to failure like you hear people saying, like, go until you're shaking. You want to go like 80% effort most of the time. And then maybe 15, 20% of the time, you want to really go for it. So let me give you an example. Work in 12-week cycles. So for example, you start at week 1, you're at like 60% effort, and you progress up to week 10, where you're starting to enter that 80, 90, 95% effort. You end the 12-week cycle with a couple of lifts to failure, and then you repeat the cycle again. You're not going to hurt yourself. You're not going to damage your joints. You're going to increase your muscle mass. You're going to maintain the muscle mass you have, and you're going to enjoy the workouts. And I also like full body workouts. So let me give you an exact example of a workout you might do either at the gym or at home. And the general rule is I would go from biggest body parts to smallest. You know, maybe start with your legs, right? I think ideally you want to warm up. You get on the bicycle, you do 5 minutes of easy cycling, increase your heart rate, increase your body temperature, lubricate your knees, your back, your joints, getting ready to start the workout. You maybe do a couple of sets of squats. Maybe you do 1 set of body weight squats. You grab a couple of dumbbells. You do like a nice slow rep cadence, a 5-second rep cadence, maybe 12, 15 reps, holding a couple of dumbbells in your hands. Do 1 work set with the squats. Then maybe go to, say, some dumbbell RDLs, you know, like a dumbbell type deadlifted. Look up these exercises on YouTube. Look up RDLs, Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. You do a couple of sets of that, 1 warm set, 1 work set, okay? From there, maybe you go over, do a little bit of calf work, do a couple of sets of standing calf raises, right? You're putting what's done with your lower body. That'll be one day. Maybe the next day when you're training legs, maybe you would do like a couple sets of lunges, couple of sets of maybe split squats, things like that. Do more unilateral work. And these are general things. Look these exercises up on YouTube. After legs, maybe you start training your back. You do a couple sets of lat pull downs, a couple sets of, say, seated rows. You know, 1 warm up, then you do 1 relatively moderate work set if you're in the beginning of that 12-week cycle, right? Then you go to do some dumbbell bench pressing, maybe do a set of cable flies. If you're at the gym, do something like that. Then you go to maybe a set of lateral raises for shoulders, a set of shoulder presses for shoulders. Now, just think another general rule is when you're working those bigger body parts like your chest and back, you're already hitting your shoulders and arms already, so the volume should be greater on the bigger compound type movement. So when it comes to training your shoulders and your arms, 1 set's all you need. Then you do maybe 1 set of dumbbell curls, do 1 set of, say, tricep push downs. You know, you end the workout with a little bit of planks, some core work, maybe front planks, side planks, and then you end the workout with a little bit of mobility movement. Actually, I have a number of workouts for people, say 40, 50 years or older on my website. I'll link them up. I'll link them up right now. That kind of like breaks down a number of these exercises. But the key to the whole thing is don't overdo it in the gym. Be a minimalist when it comes to working out. Create the response. Enjoy your workouts. 80% of your working out should be at comfortable levels. And then every now and then when you're feeling good and when it's programmed into your routine, you go for it and you work excessively hard or kind of hard for a couple of weeks, and then you regroup again. You're not going to hurt yourself. You're going to do incredibly well. Now, if you want to learn more, once again, about just getting in incredible shape if you're 50 years or older, how to eat, more ways on how to work out, just ideas of how to increase your wellness and just feel amazing, check out this playlist of videos.